Roboteers, stand by.
3, 2, 1, activate.
I know this one pretty much has a mixed reception based upon what I've heard, but I'm sorry. Please admit this is a better superhero episode than the previous one. Also, this is one of the more closer to being good Spike episodes based upon what I've seen and heard. The messages being told here sound pretty good, and the whole satire here just looks pretty darn perfect. So in my opinion, it's still a pretty fun episode to watch. Sure, this episode might have not reached my expectations, but heck with it. At least Golden Fox liked it. Plus, with a surprising cast member, which I might have mentioned or might have not, I don't know, but I'm gonna say it now. Ian James Corlett is guest star here. Good to hear from St. Vincent again. Message might have been done before, but it's still pretty good. And from the looks of it, it's pretty close to what I was hoping would come, but still not there. So, yeah, hopefully they'll have some better chances in their next appearance, which who knows how long this is gonna take. Yeah, you're probably gonna take notice this is gonna consist of fan favorites as well, so little explanation here, Golden Fox. Sure, there may have been some developments that pretty much have reached their points of completion, but I guess learning from their mistakes, the staff needs to balance it out. So yeah, this was a pretty good attempt to balance things out. Good to be a new location, good message. The new characters seem pretty interesting. And of course, we have some pretty good songs to go along with it, so yeah, I can see why this is a fan favorite. I know what you're thinking. Why, unlike most folks, this isn't so high on the list? Well, as much as I like these episodes, I seem to turn towards more of the bigger ones. Celeste joking on Scootaloo's disability is just... we know she's gonna fly eventually! But getting away with from those, the message here is pretty good. I'll admit the song is pretty much a staple for karaoke's. And I guess it's enjoying the young performances, especially since this is Clark Bledsome's first ever singing. So, yeah. I can also see why this is a fan favorite. I'm certainly glad to see people are starting to give Mary Williams a chance, especially since he did a lot better at this one. But please admit, some of her previous episodes are still enjoyable. Then there's some of the homages, which are pretty clever in a way. There's Jackson's Thriller, as well as Batman, of course. The message is pretty good too, and they also show some conservatory. And while it has probably one of the songs that I probably won't consider one of my favorites, this is still a good episode nonetheless. So yeah, I can also say why this is fan favorite. Okay, Pinkie Pie's behavior might get to me at times, but still, please say this is good. Catchy song, good message. More like one from Peter New, if you can believe it. Some pretty nice callbacks. It's also good to see the Flare Fairy still slowly but surely coming out of her shell. So, yeah. Not one of Amy Kane Rogers' best, but come on, it's better than a Meriwether Williams most of the episode. Yes, one of those episodes that pretty much changed everyone's views on a lot of stuff. For one thing, we'll leave Felicity alone now, right? Number two, are we now comfortable with Twilight being a princess? And it's also good to know the elements of harmony originating from somewhere. Also nice to know they can animate flashbacks. And aside from the fact that there's barely a message and some minor tweaks that I might not agree with, overall, I'll admit, it's a pretty good episode. And great start to this season. Also, before I forget, you're tearing me apart, Rachel! You all saw this coming, did you? Weird Al Yankovic steals the show here. But it's not just him that has to be credited for. Oh no. We also have Jay and Amy. One of the best writing teams I've ever seen since Penstroke and Betty Blue. Also being a musical and nearly getting as much songs as Magical Mystery Tour and almost breaking the record. That's also impressive. It's clever, it's funny, it's musically interesting, visually interesting, the characters are memorable. Just go see it. And by now you're probably wondering, what could possibly top this one? Well... I'm serious, folks. This changed more than the opener. It changed my views on Megan McCarthy. It changed... Well, it laid to rest most everyone's concerns over some things. And it being the first episode to ever reincarnate a villain from the past, that is awesome! There's also major steps in character development in this one. Twilight finally gets the title that most of us have been working with. And there's also some very great songs. Not to mention the fighting sequence. Oh, that fighting sequence! Aside from some minorities and the fact I'm gonna get a bit irked if someone sort of negatively goes against the Rainbow Power designs, as well as the Friendship Rainbow Kingdom Castle, at least that's what they think they're calling it. This is the best I've seen out of Megan McCarthy yet. Among the best I've seen out of the animation yet. I honestly can't think of any other way to end this season. However, before I go, I want you guys to tip your hats off to my honorable mentions.